Go. Okay, with pleasure now. Special guest recommended to me on my show. I'm joined by Cormac Looby on my show. He's a singer-songwriter just over the way there in Ireland. How are we doing today? Good morning.
I'm good, Danny. I'm good. Cheers. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, brilliant. Would you just like to introduce, although I've introduced you on, would you just like to tell my listeners, a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and how you got into the music world?
My name is Cormac Looby. I'm a singer-songwriter from Tipperary in the south of Ireland, and currently based here in Dublin. But I guess I've played all over the place. I've lived in Galway and Manchester for a bit as well, and um, yeah, I've been playing music from a very young age. So I guess songwriting is something I always wanted to do, and luckily enough, I'm able to do that now and put my music out in the world. So yeah, that's where I'm at now.
That's amazing. So music has always traveled with you wherever you go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I
Hmm.
think so. I went to university in Galway to begin with and did a lot of busking there. And then when I moved to Manchester after that, I really kind of developed my skill as a songwriter, I suppose, and playing a lot of open mic nights and things in Manchester was it was really invaluable to me to kind of progressing, yeah, as a songwriter. So yeah, that's the beauty of music, you can take it anywhere.
Very nice. Manchester got a great music scene, hasn't it? So I know what you mean when you say that. Growing up in Ireland, Ireland's a very musical country. You know, um, the places that you mentioned, Galway and Tipperary, they've had songs written about them, leaving Tipperary and Galway Bay, Galway Girl. Has Irish music always been a massive influence in your music songwriting?
Yeah, I think so. I think more as I got older, I actually found I think it happens when you move abroad from whatever country you're from that you kind of hone or that you point for home a bit more. So I listened to a lot more traditional music, I think, when I was a little bit older and when I was, yeah, trying to get that connection for home. And there's been a real folk revival in Ireland and revival of traditional music, I think, in the last 5 or 6 years.
Mm.
So I think that's really where it's influenced me, I think, in recent times. But um yeah, it's hard to escape traditional Irish music.
Mm.
It's everywhere over here, and it's a wonderful tradition. So yeah, it's definitely plays a part.
For such a small country as well, it's amazing how it's celebrated across a big countries all over the world. You were never far from an Irish bar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Lovely. And who have been your singer-songwriters' influences? I know there's been a few male solo artists, like Dermot Kennedy and Damien Rice. Have they played a part in your influences at all?
Yeah, I was definitely a big Jamie and Rice fan as a youngster, kind of 15, 16. Um, so yeah, Damien would be a big one. I guess the likes of Glenn Hansard as well, um, and definitely Dermot Kennedy's earlier stuff. He's I think the success he has got is
Mm.
pretty amazing. So yeah, I guess he's a good modern blueprint for an Irish songwriter. Yeah.
And you got a new single out. I've just heard it's available on all the usual outlets and platforms. Can you just tell me what the song's called and just a little bit about the outline of the song?
Yeah, so the song is called Angel Baby. It's the first single from my debut album, which is out later this year. So yeah, it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time in the works. So it's great to have it out in the world. And yeah, it's an emotional and personal song about kind of a relative of mine who was struggling um with cancer when I was being born, and she would refer to me as her angel baby. So it's kind of reflecting on that and
Yeah.
some other things as well. So yeah.
Yeah. So it has a personal connection as well, this song.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think a lot of, well, I think all of my songs are quite
Mm.
introspective anyway, so they're all quite personal, I guess. But and this one probably more so than others. Yeah.
Mm. What I also like about music, I was just saying earlier, how people can just connect to what you're saying, singing in your songs.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and that's the beauty of it. You know, people don't even really need to know what the song is about.
Mm,
At times, they can decipher their own meaning from that. And I know often when I hear artists talking about what their songs are actually about, I'm often like, geez, I never knew that, or I thought it was something completely different.
mm.
So that's kind of yeah, there's a lot of beauty in that.
So, Angel Baby, not Angel Baby, just been released recently, last week or so.
Mhm.
What's the feedback been like?
It's been great. Yeah, it's really good. Not lots of nice messages, and um yeah, that's nice to get when you've worked hard
Mm,
on it. And there's a music video there as well that we worked hard on as well. So it's had a really nice reception. It's been a nice week. Yeah.
that's good. I'm glad for you. And will this single lead to another single or an EP or so on?
Yes, yeah. So the plan is for another single pretty soon. Top secret as of now, um, but yeah, I guess this is the start of the album cycle, which the album will be released later this year. Um, so yeah,
Great.
lots of new music coming.
Some things to look forward to then for 2024.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Lots in the pipes.
Well, thank you very much for joining me on today's show. I think that's all I wanted to ask for today, and we've got time to just preview your new single on. Would you like to just introduce it on the show?
Yeah. So my name is Cormac Looby, and you're listening to my brand new single, Angel Baby.
Thank you very much for your contribution to the show, Cormac. It's much obliged.
Cheers. Thanks very much for having me on, Danny. Cheers.